Hey guys, welcome back to Stovepipe TV. I'm Luke.
I'm Adam. And today we're going to see if suppressor shift is a real thing or is it a myth? Today's test is not really, it shouldn't be a video. I really just want to satisfy my curiosity. But I figured why not just make a video on it anyway, and maybe somebody else's curiosity would be satisfied. So, suppressor shift is a real thing.
Point of impact shift in general.
Yeah, is a real thing, whether you have a suppressor or not.
It can even change if you just throw a muzzle brake on it.
Yes.
Like
if your suppressor comes loose, it will shift.
Or if it rockets across the range like a chemo mount does. But
so anyway, so the test we're going to do today, and you guys have seen this 20-inch Bear Creek many a time. We're going to shoot. It's a 5-shot group with the AB suppressor on it because that's the suppressor that lives on it. We're going to take the AB off. We're going to shoot it with no suppressor. There's just a rugged 3-port brake under there, so don't stand close if you have fillings in your mouth.
Well, it's also 20 inches, so it's way out there.
Fair. Next up, we're going to test a Rex Silentium 224 cal, or it's a 223 cal can. Supposedly an ultra low back pressure. There looks like there's just a hole drilled.
There's a tiny little vent hole all the way through all the baffles, I think. And
even a big, I really like using the suppressor on like the 10.5. It actually works pretty good.
Yeah.
And then last up is Reddit's favorite suppressor. Actually, that's the K. This is the full size Otter Creek Polonium. This suppressor very heavy. This suppressor not so heavy. That one very light.
We would test my B&T SRBS, but he got happy with rock set on his mounts, so they're not coming off today.
There's rock set all over everything.
Yeah,
all over things that shouldn't be.
But that would fill in the true full flow through can.
Yeah,
but
well, that thing's also pretty. Is it dense?
It's pretty heavy.
Dense.
It's big.
I'm just the reason I'm more worried about weight because I wonder if it's got something to do with like
barrel sag.
Yeah,
possibly,
especially with that 20-inch all the way out there on the end.
It's also a heavy profile barrel, so it's not sagging.
But it's also Bear Creek.
You think they just use light metal for the barrels?
Yeah, it's aluminum. I'm kidding. It's definitely steel because it's rusted. Anyway, enough yapping.
Let's get into it.
All right, so up first, we're going to do with the AB suppressor that's normally on here. Hopefully my zero is not far off and I don't look stupid. So we're going to see. Okay. Other than one flyer, maybe?
Yep.
Looks pretty good. No suppressor. Make sure everybody's got ears on.
I'm right in line.
Good luck. Oh. Does not want to cycle.
Gas system.
I should have expected that.
Rifle speed.
I could turn it up, but
bolt action.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's bat around.
Oh, that's just
it didn't eject. All right.
They'll see that before we did.
My bad. She's not happy without a suppressor. It didn't feed. All right. Up next is the Rex Silentium ultra low back pressure 223 can. I think that's the actual name of it or something.
Like SWP 224 or something.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Okay. Next up is the Polonium full size.
That sounds really good.
Sorry, I saw that I was locked in.
All right, let's go get the target and we'll go over.
We have our target. And now remember, the AB suppressor is what the rifle was zeroed for, or zeroed with on, and it was also zeroed at 100, so that's the reason it's a little high.
Yeah, because this was set up at 84, which is our normal.
Well, we could go 100, but there's snakes down there, so I'm not 84. So at 84 yards, we're basically at the top of the dot. Aiming here, we're at the top of the dot, and a little bit to the left. Now,
Group size
was a 133. Now, granted, if you didn't count the flyer, that's a pretty good group.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to count the group. We're going to count the flyer because that's part of the group. Next up is the muzzle brake with a group size of 1.561. Now, remember, we were aiming here. The rifle should have been impacting here with the AB, but with no suppressor on it. Now we've done shifted. The impact shift is down probably 1.5 inches or so.
Yeah, on average.
Next is the Rex Silentium. Actually a pretty good group of 0.756. There's 3 in this hole here. That was cool. But again, the impact shift is more down and a little bit to the right as well. Again, these are kind of hard to measure because there's no like median. I guess we could measure the median, but you get the gist of what we're trying to get across here. Is that easy on the camera? But you get the gist of what we're trying to show here, that it is shifted from about the top left of this dot down to roughly, I'd say, about here.
Yep.
And then last up was Apollo, the one with the least amount of shift, in my opinion.
And fantastic group.
Honestly. Also a fantastic group as well. But the Polo is actually pretty tight. I mean, it's a tight bore.
It is corked up.
But the bore is also tight as well because it's rated as a 6mm can. Like you can shoot 6mm through it. But the Rex can, if you stick a 6mm bore rod through it, the Rex can has more
clearance
than the Polo is tight with a 6mm. But anyway, 0.756 group, same as a Rex can. The group just looks a little better in my opinion than the Rex can. Impact shift, I would say, is only about a quarter inch maybe. If you want to go about here, I would say. So there is some impact shift. There is some truth behind it. Now, I guess your mileage may vary because I have heard horror stories of people taking a suppressor off and it shifting 4 inches to the right or whatever.
Yeah.
So, whoa.
Well, actually, we can test what mine does as far as impact shift. The Grendel. I could just take the can off and see.
I mean, if you want to do another...
Just to see.
We'll do that.
So, battery's about to die, so we shot that off camera. But here is where my rifle should be zeroed. This is I found out why I was shooting right at the competition. This is the 6.5 Grendel with the LPM Anthem S2.
That gun.
That one. So this is point of aim is here. This is where my group should be without the can.
Or with the can.
Yes, and without.
Oh, if there was no impact shift, it should stay the same.
But this is why you make sure you test for impact shift, because this is my point of aim for just the PWS brake that's on it, and my group is way up here. I mean, that's a solid 3 or 3.5 inches high.
Closer to 5.
Yeah, I mean
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's interesting. So I guess your mileage does vary.
Yeah, I mean it's very gun dependent, very
caliber dependent, maybe as well. barrel length,
suppressor. Everything is a variable here. But this is why you test. This is why I wanted to do that, because I thought I remembered that gun had pretty significant shift without the can on it. So
interesting. Well, let's wrap this up. I guess this is why we need to test. This video again is maybe not pointless, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad we did yours.
Yeah.
Because after I did mine, I'm like,
yeah, maybe it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I was like, why are so many people complaining about impact shift? Like, it's really not that bad. But no, yours.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
I'd like to see it with a different 30 cal can too, just
to see.
Yeah, but that's a future maybe short that we can do.
Right, we just make a full video on it now. We know that yours actually is affected.
Yeah, mine's crazy.
So I don't know. I don't know what's actually causing that. I don't know. There's
so
many variables.
We are not engineers.
No, we're just two rednecks that shoot guns all day.
Facts.
I don't know if we could say that, because now people are gonna think we're like political or something. I don't know. Brother,
cranking dog. I hope you found it pretty interesting. At least what we found with our 2 rifles. If you have anything you want to see us do in the future, please let us know. Please hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.